Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight, this Sunday before St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, where's our green?
Geez. I got a green hat coming, but
Okay.
I don't think I have it
Oh
time
dear.
tonight.
Oh dear. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned.
Well, we
St.
do have
Patrick's Day.
our new logo
Yeah,
T-shirts on. Yeah.
I should have ordered a green one.
Gray and black.
Is this gray?
Yeah.
Sure.
So our new merch. I have a really great hoodie, but it's too warm down here in Florida where we are for me to show you that. So I'm not going to go put the hoodie. Maybe I will.
You said wear some merch tonight, and
Yeah.
I thought, I'm not wearing that hoodie.
No. Well, you did. Was it last week or in the podcast? You had your
I
pink
had my
sweatshirt
pink
on.
sweatshirt on.
Anyway, our new merch and the logos and everything. And this is a new brand. It's a really soft T-shirt. Really like these T-shirts. Yeah, that we're selling. So
yeah, they are
so
soft.
there's how you
and
find
are
it.
yours running the men's running large? Because this is generous.
This is an XL. I have been wearing double XL, and I'm down to an XL. So
come back in 2 months.
Come back in 2 less, maybe. I think I've been in a large once for about a week, but I'm working on it.
Oh, wait till we get you in a medium.
Oh, yeah. Then you'd be pushing me around.
That's true.
Oh my goodness, lots of you here. The wind in Florida has been unbelievable the last couple of days, but the weather is gorgeous. It was 80 degrees. We probably have 8 to 10 foot waves out there crashing in the Gulf of America tonight. And I say that because that's the official name. It's on my Google Maps and on my Apple Maps. I see it listed that way now. But yeah, it's gorgeous.
Nobody's swimming.
It's right outside our window. No, it's double red flags. So, wow, lots of you checking in from everywhere. And then we want to take a quick little break in a minute and tell you a couple of personal developments, some news that because they affect the RV lifestyle and the way we're going to approach it in the next year. We want to share them with you. But let's take a quick acknowledgement of everybody who's there. Sharon Childress, happy St. Patrick's Day.
One day
early to you too, Sharon. Randy Dexter.
A good evening from North Carolina. Worked in the yard, and we're preparing our RV for our next trip to host our meetup. I hope everyone can attend a meetup in their area.
Yeah, those are for members of our RV community. We have regional campouts, and rallies 3 times a year, and then we have mini meetups regularly. Randy's hosting one at a winery in North Carolina for community members next week. Have fun out there. I wish we were with you. Ed Richards, just up the Gulf of America coastline, up in
sunny,
in Baton Rouge.
Windy, and mild South Louisiana.
Yeah, we didn't get any of those storms. Those storms were just not bad at all.
Yeah, we had free time yesterday and wanted to go shopping, but we were listening to the weather forecast, and so we stayed in.
Janice Smith, she and her husband Mike are hosting another one of our RV community meetups in Nashville.
And good evening from
I think they did it today or yesterday. I don't remember.
Beautiful Tennessee. Not yesterday, as we had bad storms.
Yeah.
So sorry you had the bad storms.
Yep. Good to see you guys with us, Janice. Thank you for checking in. Larry Valdez in Puyallup, Washington.
I
always say, hurry up, Washington. Yeah. And Road Trip Buddy.
Hello, Mike, Jen, and Bo. Bo's lying right here sleeping.
Okay, a couple of quick announcements I want to tell you about. We're going to share these in the podcast today, but we made two, count them, big decisions this week. And we'll share them with you because these are personal decisions that we made for us based on our RV lifestyle. And because it affects all the content we give her and there's things you'll be seeing with us, you should know about them too, because they'll affect some of the stuff you see. The first one is kind of a bittersweet one, but we have decided that we are going to list for sale our Tennessee property. And I know many of you have watched our videos. We've had it for going on 3 years now, and we've loved this property. We developed it from raw land. We've got a big circular driveway, 3 full hookup sites for RVs, including a pad with a 50 amp service for our fifth wheel or a big RV, gates and fencing, and we just really enjoyed it. But we just just can't use it as often as we really should to have that property.
We just don't get there enough, and it's crazy to have it if we can't use it.
Yep. And if we do get in that area, we can hang out with our friends. The Wilsons will welcome us. They live just around the corner, and we've gotten along a bunch of those other folks. So that's
it'll be really hard. It's like,
yeah.
I don't think I want to go back and see it, because then I won't want to sell it.
Yeah. So I'm not going to sell it myself. We have listed it with our friend, and he happens to be our neighbor, and he's a realtor. And let me put his name up in the contact. If you're interested in it, he's handling all the details. His name is Troy Rindy, and I want to put his contact. There it is. His website is TWABR. It stands for the Woodlands at Buffalo River, TWABR.com. And you can just call him at that number, and Troy will give you any of the questions, or if you want to come see it or whatever you need to do. Troy flies a drone up. He'll take you some drone pictures or whatever you need. And if you don't want our 5 acres, Troy lists a whole bunch of other property in that area that are kind of similar, that are great for RVs. But Troy's going to handle all those details. And, it's just better than me trying to squeeze calls in. And last time we hinted at it, I think we had 70 emails from people, and I just couldn't answer them all. So we're delighted that we can do it. Troy lives right next to our property. He has a small little, kind of like a little boutique RV park that he developed there. And you can talk to Troy and get all the information. So that is our decision 1. And if you need to see that again, if you subscribe to our newsletter, we will share this in tomorrow's newsletter that goes out too. Okay, that was decision 1. The second decision is we're getting a motorhome, but we just don't know which one.
What's new with that?
Yeah. Well, now we are not getting rid of the fifth wheel.
Nope.
We absolutely are like this with our fifth wheel. We love our Montana high country fifth wheel. You've seen it. It is our main RV. We will use that for all of our long haul trips, our trips where we're going cross country, and our trips for where we're staying in a place for a while. We'll be taking it to all of our rallies. It's really a home on wheels. It really is. We call it our condo on wheels. So we're keeping that. But we do need a motorhome for short trips that we can jump in and out, and that we can use for boondocking. We love off-grid stuff. We've got a number of projects that we want to do this year that really need us to be a little more nimble. So we've decided we are indeed going to get a motorhome, a second RV, this one a motorhome. And we made a big decision today because we weren't sure. We've been doing reviews on Class Bs and Cs, and we heard today here in Florida about a terrific buy on a 2017 Winnebago Travato. We happen to know the buyer. Her name is Joyce, and she's a friend of ours, a widow. And she has put this up for sale. It only has 20,000 miles on it. 20,000 miles on it. And this is the Winnebago Travato. I think it's 59K. She said that she doesn't even use the kitchen on it. I don't think she's ever cooked a meal on it. It's that pristine. So we looked at that. We were very seriously considering it. It's just too small for us. And for some of the things that we need to do, I do a lot of editing in our RVs as we travel. It's the only way we can create the content and still travel. And it just isn't enough room in that for us, especially with Bo, with a 70-pound elk hound. So we've decided that that one's not for us, but I'll pass it along to you. If you are shopping, this is one you ought to look at. If you're looking for a camper van, reach out to me, and you can send me, it's Mike and Jen at rvlifestyle.com. Mike and Jen at rvlifestyle.com. I hate to put that in print anywhere because everybody, it goes out to all the spammers. If they see it in print, they capture it. So, but that's our personal email. Don't send us advertising or anything, but if you ever need to reach us, that's our personal email. And I will pass your note on to Joyce if you're interested. I know she's going to list it with a broker probably this week. And I think the broker's going to probably sell it for pretty much $59,900, $60,000, which is a great price considering the mileage it has. And she'd obviously sell that at a little better price if she sold it. She didn't have to go to the broker. So the broker fee could come out of that. And you could probably get it for 55, 56, something like that. But I pass that along because it's a really neat unit and we seriously thought about it. But a second reason we're going to, the motorhome is another reason we need to sell the Tennessee property because we need to buy the second RV for all of our other content. And why else do we want an RV? So we can share it with our family and friends, go camping with them, and we'll keep the grandkids and we'll let mom and dad use the little motorhome. Mm-hmm. So those are all of our little decisions. Janice Smith says our decisions are no surprise. Well, they were to us, Janice. You know, what can I say? They were a surprise to us. Ed Richards said he saw this coming too. So I guess we don't have to tell anything to these people then. They seem to know us better than we do. That's pretty funny. So anyway, we made those decisions and we'll see what next week brings. Jenna Berry King.
Hello, everyone. Hope everyone camping in the southeast states were safe after last night's storms. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, we were very fortunate here. We didn't have anything, but we were way south of where the bad stuff was. So, Carol Fife up in Chesterland, Ohio.
Going back and forth between sun and dark clouds and off and on rain. Oh, nice and warm though for now.
Yeah.
Not all bad.
Spring's coming. Hello, Karen Horton.
Watching from Florida Keys. Oh, I think I'm a little jealous. Very calm waters down here. Wind has calmed down. Enjoying your recent podcast.
Well, thank you, Karen. Yeah, we have an interesting podcast coming up Wednesday. Those who are on our RV community, we had after we do this Ask Us Anything, we always do an Afterglow for community members on the rvcommunity.com. And last week we had a couple of our members who had just ridden out 80-mile-an-hour winds in their Class A motorhome. And so we talked to them, and actually we interviewed them this week, and they will be on the podcast that goes out to everybody on Wednesday. So glad you're listening, Karen, and glad the weather's calm there. But we really kind of like these big waves. They're just beautiful. Beautiful. Deborah Copera.
Hi, from Ocala, Florida.
Hello, Deborah. Chris Mondo Biondo, he's our weather guru over on the community.
Hello and good evening, RV Lifestyle friends. Amy and Chris from Wichita, Kansas. I'm done with crazy weather.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get your rest. Got to get some sleep in.
Yep. Ken Icardi.
Hello from Somerville, South Carolina. Going on our first RV trip this year, Hilton Head.
All right.
Sounds
have
like fun.
Have fun. You're going at a great time of year. It looks like the cold is going to be a thing of the past from now on. There'll probably be one more time. It always gets down a little chilly, but not bad. YY Delgado.
Greetings from beautiful San Diego. We are camping out at Lake Jennings Recreational Park. 69 degrees, bright and sunny.
California weather. It's
year,
so gorgeous there.
1 year after camping in Michigan, where it rained every day, we decided enough of that, and we went vacation in San Diego 2 years in a row.
Yeah, we did. We did. I love San Diego weather.
Mm-hmm.
I love the ocean. You know, the Pacific. There's nothing quite like the Pacific. Cheryl Renee.
Play from in transit to Nashville. Saw some tornado damage on the way.
Yeah, there was. I don't know what they had at Nashville, but I don't think they got hit in Nashville, but maybe around them. But yeah, that was
damage
a crazy
on the
weekend.
way. 2 weeks to our mini meetup. Going to be 7 of us there.
Jeff Newman
Great.
And his wife Rita are hosting one of our many meetups for our community. And I should do a pitch for our community. For those of you who've never joined it, you need to. Are you tired of all the craziness on like Facebook, the nastiness? That's why we formed this group. We still have our Facebook group, so stay there if you like all the craziness. That's cool. But this is where people go to connect, to have fun, make friends, find adventure. it's just, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a breath of fresh air. And I don't know of any other RV community. There's no ads in there. There's no sponsored anything. Everything you hear, nothing has been tainted by commercial money or interest or anything. It's real RVers giving you, it was started by RVers, us, for real RVers. And it's off Facebook. It's not subject to all that craziness. Check it out. But those mini meetups are just some of the things now that we do. Several times a year, we'll have these around the country, different spots. And then we have our 3 big rallies, which are open only to community members. So we would love you to be a member of that. For those of you who are members, for those of you who want to join real quick tonight and then join us, we continue Ask Us Anything as an afterglow every Sunday night, right after we finish this part of Ask Us Anything. We go over to the community, and sometimes it gets a little rowdy over there, kind of fun, but a little more interactive. It's great. Would love to have you with us. So come join the community. It's pretty cool. Tom Joyner.
That's a beautiful property. That it is.
We did, and it's really, like I said, it's bittersweet, Tom, to think about having to sell it, but it's somebody else will be able to use it more than we are, and we're not seeking a big profit or anything from it. We're not even getting what we developed into it. You can talk to the realtor, and he'll help you out with that if you're interested. But it's great, and we're just going to be doing so much traveling. The rest of our schedule this year, we looked, and there's no way we can get there.
We just don't get there.
Yeah, and it just gets busier and busier. So, and then and we have these projects where we do need a smaller RV for quick camping and boondocking things. So, thank you, Tom. Inka Schultz.
Hi, from the highest point in Alabama.
Alabama. I just love saying the name Alabama. It's the most pleasant names.
I like saying Bama.
Bama. I like Alabama. Just kind of feels good rolling off your tongue. Hi, Inka. Sundance Blue, Thomas Welch.
Hello, Mike and Jen.
Tallapoosa, Georgia. That's a harder one to say.
At what is it?
Safety Plus, getting some suspension upgrades to his RV.
Okay, well, that sounds like a good thing to do.
And the ride steady. No bouncing around, Tom. That's great. Eric Greiner.
Hello from windy New York. Waiting for storms. Besides that, I luckily saved our fifth wheel from a brush fire. Fought heavy smoke, broke a stabilizer.
That's all fixable.
That's all fixable and still packing. That's only damage.
Well, I'm glad that nothing more serious happened, Eric. I saw those fires everywhere, and those winds. These winds are crazy. Thank you.
Broke a stabilizer.
Yeah.
Must have been trying to get out of there quick.
It is. Let's see. Gibbs Gaming.
Hello from Forest Hill, Maryland. We are planning a trip to, where is this?
Asteg Island, where the horses all run there.
Oh, yeah. We've always wanted to get there.
Asteg Island.
Yes.
And then they're going down to Calabash, North Carolina. I've always wanted to go to Calabash just to say that.
Michael, we're slipping.
I know.
And then Corryville, Pennsylvania, Jellystone Campground. That sounds like a fun trip.
You got a bunch of them planned. Good.
Yeah.
You can squeeze a couple more in from there. So good.
It sounds like a really fun trip.
Yeah, it is. Jimmy Land.
I like that you're not afraid to try new things and change up the way you guys enjoy the RV lifestyle.
No, we're not afraid to change things up, Jimmy. And it looks like some of our regulars go, oh yeah, they do that all the time. Well, this is a big change because we really it's really hard to sell Tennessee land. We really loved it. And,
I really don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it again because
if I see
I'll change my mind.
I won't want to sell it.
Yeah, but we know what we got to do with the next couple of years of traveling. So Helen Newsom, are you considering a B plus or a Class A? I think a B plus or a C, Helen. Although my eye has turned towards some of the Class A's, but maybe a smaller one. We don't know yet. We've been in it. We've done, I don't know, a gazillion reviews since January, and I've got another 5 or 6 to go. Of we'll see the one next Saturday. we're not getting that. That's an expedition vehicle that we review.
That's what he's saying now.
That's what I'm saying now. This is pretty cool. You got to admit, that was a cool RV. The Hilt. Oh, man. From Storyteller Overland. That was awesome. So we're going to look at some of those. We've got a couple more we want to check out. And we're looking at both used and new. And so we don't know yet. But we'll share, you know us, we'll share everything with you when we find what's right for us.
Did you do a correction on that? The bed's long enough for tall people? Thank you.
Yeah. Karen and Marty.
Hope you join the B plus community again.
We love B pluses. And that's what we decided today when we looked at the B. It just isn't enough room. It's really nice.
Very nice.
And we really do like that Travado layout, but it's not enough room in a B for us anymore. We started out in a B. We had a great 5 or 6 years with those, but we need a little more room. and you'll see we're got reviews coming of B's and C's and a couple of bigger guys, and we're just going to keep shopping. But that's all good. Tom Welch again.
Think I'll stay here in Georgia, as Gaylord got 6 inches of snow today.
Gaylord, Michigan, where Tom is from.
But going to be 47 tomorrow. Hope it's gone by the time I get home at the end of the week.
Yeah, take your time going home, Thomas. I saw that they got some snow up there in northern Michigan. Karen and Marty out in Connecticut.
Snow is almost gone here in Connecticut, but that doesn't mean there won't be more.
No.
I guess right. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, that's right. You're in that band where it could still snow in April.
I don't want Karen and Marty to get mad at me.
No. Dennis Hahn.
Heading back to Perrysburg, Ohio, after camping for a month and a half. First at Myrtle Beach, and then later Hanna Park in Florida.
Did you see the SpaceX go up on Friday and come back down again? Is that the most amazing thing in the world? Anyway, I'm sorry.
We stopped in Georgia to wait out the storm for the weekend.
Yeah.
Wise, good thinking.
Yeah. It's such good advice. Stay hunkered down when you got bad weather coming. You'll hear in that interview on Tuesday that we do with the Smiths, just why that's important and some of the things they learned. So, Joy G. Anderson.
Just got back from Texas. Was happy to see that the new Buc-ee's in Amarillo.
Amarillo, where it's always blowing wind. Always blowing dirt, as they say up there.
Yep, has RV parking spots. No overnight allowed, but you can stop for fuel, park, stretch your legs, shop, and eat.
But they will run you off after a half hour, 45 minutes or so. That's what people say.
Well, we haven't experienced that, but
no,
others
we
have
haven't
told
stopped.
us that.
Yeah,
we don't stay that long.
No, I like Buc-ee's. It's a good place to get some exercise as you walk around that store. Cheryl Nelson.
What do you know about the villages and RV parks?
The villages in Florida. If you play golf, it's great. If you don't play golf, you got to pay for it. You got to pay for the sport those golf courses. So we're not golfers, so it doesn't. We like the villages. It's really kind of cool, this concept that they have, but it's so big now. There's over 100,000 people there. And RV parks is a whole bunch around them. In Ocala, we've got a couple reviews on some of the ones that we have visited. One of our favorites is Ocala North RV Park, right off I-75. It's a little further from the villages, but still really nice. There's some really big RV parks, so lots of them all around.
So there's something for everybody. You ought to go check it out. See what you think.
Inca.
Question. Wondering if you have any recommendations for the suspension on a Sprinter chassis to make it more stable when making turns and passing trucks.
I guess the first thing I just would suggest is something called Sumo Springs, SUMO, Sumo Springs. Now there's other things you can do, but it can get really expensive when you're messing around with the suspension. Sumo Springs are a fairly reasonable expense to do. So give it a try. I don't know what kind of, whether you have the 2500 or 3500 Sprinter. If you have the dualies, then it shouldn't be that bad with trucks. We noticed when our first Sprinter was on the 2500 chassis, and it had just single wheels in the back, and it kind of porpoised side to side when trucks went by.
Wind.
Yeah, but then when we had dualies, that went away. But another thing you could add would be sumo springs, which sort of help a little bit with that. And there are other things that are much more expensive that I'm not even going to go into, but try that, Inka. See what you think. Jean Newman.
Hello, thanks for the email the other day on the 13 spots in the UP for camping. We have some ideas now. It's so beautiful up there.
It is.
We think it is.
That's another reason we have some really favorite boondocking spots in far northern Michigan and all over the UP, and they're just a little too tight to bring in a 35-foot fifth wheel towed by a 21-foot long truck. So
where's your spirit of adventure?
well, I have a spirit of adventure, but I just didn't want to hear all the noise from you as I bounce down those roads. So that's another reason we want to go with a B plus or a C, something, and we really want it to have some off-road capability in terms of lithium and solar. So that's our favorite place is the Michigan Upper Peninsula, next to Yellowstone, next to Denali, next to Zion. But Kevin Nelson.
Okay, any recommendations and expense involving on hiring someone to move a fifth wheel from Wyoming?
No, Western New York State.
Western New York State to our site in Florida. We don't own a truck, but wish to keep it on our site in Florida year round. Oh, you can hire somebody to do that.
You
That's
can.
easy to do.
And here's what I would do. I would call RV dealers in your area and say, who do you guys use to move RVs around? And ask them if they could put you in touch with some of their drivers. And most of those drivers are always looking to pick up, something like that. And you should be able to hire them. We've heard of many people who've been successful in doing that. So just call a big RV dealer and say, hey, I want to move my RV from there. Can you refer me to any of the drivers you guys hire occasionally to go back and forth like that? They'll find you somebody.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. You should. That shouldn't be that hard.
Yep. Deborah Temposh.
I'm a newbie that hasn't started out yet.
Well, get out there, Deborah.
Concerned about getting internet. Does anyone have suggestions? I've heard about a personal Starlink that costs a couple $100.
Yeah. Well, when most people say internet, they think they're going to get something for $10, and it's not. How reliable does it have to be? How fast is the service? The Starlink Mini is probably the best deal for everybody. You got to buy the equipment, and the equipment sometimes is as much as $5.99. I don't know what it is now. They have specials on it, I think, this month. And then you have to pay the service, which is about $150 a month. And you can change and you can get different tiers of service and bring that a little bit. Other people just use a hotspot in a data card that they can get from their carrier, their cell phone carrier. Other people get a router. It depends on how important is the internet for you, how reliable does it have to be, and the prices are crazy. We have a whole area at rvcommunity.com devoted just to internet and RVers, where people talk and share and give information. So I don't know, Deborah, I don't recognize your name, but I don't know if you have signed up for rvcommunity.com, if you've joined our group there. We have 25 different special interest spaces, and one of them is about internet for RV. And you can get, our members will tell you everything they have, which ranges from, $50 a month to, more, so, but check it out. All of you come over and join that. This is it's like a family. It truly is. We just have to get them over there to try it. And you'll be happy. Johnny Lightning.
Hey, all, late again. Hope everyone is doing well.
All's good, Johnny. Thank you for being with us.
It is good.
Sharon Childress.
Heading to near Orlando, Florida, 1 month from today to spend Easter with friends. Can't wait. We're happy for you.
Your weather will be great, Sharon. It will be excellent. Mm-hmm. You'll enjoy it. Tom Joyner.
Have you guys noticed that gas prices are coming down?
Yes. Isn't that awesome? And let's hope that continues through the rest of the year, because that can be and has been a pretty expensive item for a lot of RVers.
You can put
Prices
the brakes
are,
on.
yeah. Nutrient Miracles.
We paid $500 from some special custom-built shocks for the sprinters. They do help some. Easy bolt replacement. We did that ourselves.
Well, you guys are more skilled at that sort of stuff than most of us, so that's good to know. That's good to know. Helen Newsom.
My husband and I have a Galleria. Absolutely love it.
That's from Coachman.
Just celebrated our 60th anniversary. We have places to go and things to see.
I'd say for new RVs in the B, Class B, Coachman nails it. They're off. Their lithium and cellular packages for the Galleria and the Beyond are awesome. They last, really all night long. Great system. But they're Bs, and as we just were sharing with us, it's just too small for us. Chris, on the Beyond, I like to say Alabama the same as Forrest Gump. Alabama.
There we go.
Alabama. Yeah. I love that movie, Forrest Gump. Life is like a bowl of cherry chocolates. Yep. All right, where are we? I think we're. I got to remind you again of this. Yes. If you came in late and you just heard us talking about selling the Tennessee property, don't contact me because I can't handle all the details and the back and forth and arranging appointments and sending videos and all that stuff. But the guy that's handling it for me is Troy Rindy. He's a realtor down there. That's his website. And if you want to phone him, you can phone him. That's his direct number, 931-218-6350. And hopefully, if RV land is great because you can stay as long as you want, whenever you want, and that's a great feature. That's why we got it. It's kind of sad to sell, but as we've explained, we have some other stuff we have to do now for the next year or so as we travel. All right, we are out of here. Remind everybody who are members of the RV community, we're going to shut this down here on Facebook and on Twitter or X. I'm sorry, on Facebook and X and whatever, and LinkedIn. I think we're on, and certainly YouTube. And we're going to then move to our private RVcommunity.com. You are invited. If you haven't joined, come and join tonight. You can still tune in. And if not, no sweat. We'll see you here next week with another Ask Us Anything. And don't forget the podcast this week. We talk an interesting story of this couple that hunkered in and were battered by 80-mile-an-hour winds in their RV during a storm last week out in Oklahoma. So it was great. Thank you guys so much for being with us tonight. We love you. We'll see you down the road. Be safe, and springtime is coming.
Happy trails.